Mm. You don't know. You see, today is a new day. It was a time when I thought it was over with for us. I thought it was just gonna be you and me and you for eternity. But along the way, it seems as though somebody found us. They found us. And now here we are. Here they come. Cool. But yeah, my mama messed up. She started asking questions. She ain't tell me which questions to ask though. And couldn't find out I was an asshole. You know what I'm saying? But I used to enjoy school though. Not for the reason I probably was supposed to. But I look at it like no matter where you put anybody, they gonna get what they supposed to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm more of a sociable being or communication type person, so I learned a lot of my communication skills in school. Me and my little brother though, I manifested him. Like my mama didn't have no more kids. She only I was the baby. And so my dad, like, you know, people be saying they want shit in life, but you don't know how you gonna get the shit. You don't expect for your parents to get separated, your best friend not to be around no more, /dad, you know what I'm saying, your hero, your everything, to the point I had to become my best friend, my own hero, you feel me? I had to teach myself shit in life, to the point like, cause I wasn't listening to them no more. After they split up, I wasn't trying to hit nothing y'all talking about no more, bro. Y'all done broke my heart out here, like, y'all wait till I come along, like, what? Kind of find out, my mom was like, she was going through it. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody, you know, who think the way we was programmed to think. You know what I'm saying? Not to say there's anything wrong with her for being that way, but shoot, when you feel like having a child is, you know, the most stressful thing and all that type of stuff, you don't know what's going on with your hormones, and nobody talking to you about that shit, like, shit can get ugly in your head. Real ugly. Man, and then, yeah, she had just had 2 other kids. You know what I'm saying? They weren't talking about no postpartum back then, I don't think. Like, I never heard of that shit. But again, you know, the things I was paying attention to, too, probably wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? But we know we do have advances on certain things that we understand. I would say we keep becoming more sensitive to the things that are becoming of us versus always only being sensitive to this dimension, how we appear in the physical. I'll show you. That's why a lot of us only take care of outward appearance. Because we was born into this. So now we concerned with the ways it is, but you gotta remember, like, even though the scripture try to make it super serious and it seems complicated, like, that's what they talking about. It's like, don't get it twisted, bro. I know you was born into this body, but you still a God. You need to act accordingly. Cause the moment you get out here acting like you ain't nothing, you gonna destroy it. Not just people, you gonna destroy some things. You feel me? Because when people ain't here no more, certain things don't happen no more. You know what I'm saying? You knock somebody off, then we don't have certain creations. You feel me? Now we behind this shit. And we could have been ahead of the darn curve. But yeah, I still keep thinking about that school shit, cause like, I used to be in there. Like, why are you sick and you in school though? Like I don't get it. Like, I used to ask those kind of questions, like, to the point they used, like, I'll never forget, my teacher had me facing the wall. Because you couldn't put me out of class because I just be in the hallway talking to people. Like, fuck. You know what I'm just saying, though? Kinfolk. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. Hey, by the way, we about to go see the plug again, y'all. Hope y'all, you brought that? All right, bet. But let me tell you this story, though, because I was already talking to the fam about this. Let me tell you this story. Let me finish with the story, right? So the teacher put me in the back of the class. Like, he'll be all right. I'm like, man, this is petty Betty type stuff in my head. Like, I'm like, I can't believe this lady just put me in the back of the class. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I like looking outside anyway. I've been looking outside since I was in the swing. You feel me? As a baby. My mom used to have me in that swing during there all day. But, love her for that. I'm looking out the window. I see a plane. Instantly. Plane starts to descend. I'm like, there must be an airport over there. Nope. Ain't no airport over there. Smoke everywhere. G. I'm telling my teacher, like, they done crashed. She like, pay attention. I'm like, how am I supposed to pay attention? I'm facing the wall. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what you mean, pay attention? You done had me over here facing the darn wall. But again, y'all, look, I done prepared y'all. We on the way to the plug. You feel me? We see from our preparation, ain't nothing insurmountable. Ain't nothing that we can't get past. You feel me? And this too, we shall get past. Whatever you facing right now, don't get it twisted. I know how it go. It come with the territory. But we gonna stop looking at obstacles as insurmountable things because we looking at them as obstacles. Take that word obstacle and put opportunity. For me and you to rise to the occasion. You feel me? As we see from the many times that we done been watching ourselves. You feel me? And we keep rising to the occasion. When are we going to get to the point that we stop complicating things and we say, you know what? I see you, G. I see you doing your thing. Like, I ain't going to even get in your way. But what I will do is make sure to animate this body until the point we put one foot in front of the other and just know that a way is going to be made. Because it come with it. As we see from watching how the truth has evolved in our life. You feel me? Get to the point we so sensitive to the ways that are more becoming of us, meaning the ways of the end man. You feel me? The man that's positive and focused on the end game, playing the long game, not taking our opportunity to try to fix a temporary issue. The wrong way to the point you cause yourself a long-term complication. Don't anticipate more problems, but look forward to these opportunities. Look forward to the opportunities for you to resolve the things that you see every day, every time when you changing and making the best decisions. You start having memories of things from your childhood. To the point you be like, you know what? I'm glad I did this because I just resolved something. And if you don't see the memories from your childhood, start to do a comparison. Correlate in your head a time when you felt like, you know what? I don't feel like I can do certain things. Or at least people told you couldn't and you believed it. Either way, even if it's just one of those things, take these opportunities and use the opportunities for these so-called obstacles that we turning into opportunities. Take these times to build your confidence in your understanding of your own expressions. This is called experience, right? For example, recently I had to fix my sink. And quite frankly, I was feeling like, you know what, this ain't my job. But I started realizing other people, you know what I'm saying, they ain't concerned either. I still gotta live in this though. So quite frankly, it's to my benefit to find a solution right now. Not to mention, when I got to doing it, I started recognizing like, dang, you know what? You thought you was only a creative because that's all you've been allowed to focus on up until now. But you come to find out you know how to do a lot of this technical stuff too. That's why you don't like the label. That's why you shouldn't appreciate people trying to label you. Because the minute you appreciate the labeling, you get fixed into that. You start to limit yourself. And then you receive the consequences of a limited person. Not to mention from doing the repair, it repaired things within me. You feel me? It repaired things within me. So again, I gotta encourage you to step out and put forth the effort, aka doing what you said you was gonna do. You ain't trying. Once you put one, then you put another. That's two. You out here making moves. You feel me? You out here making it do what it's supposed to do on your end. Be careful, y'all. Don't limit yourself. Like most people, when I hear words, I hear the connotation. You feel me? I hear the connotation. Most people, when they hear obstacles, it's like, shoot. No. I don't know. I don't know if we gonna get through that. As well as I hear how it was context to me. You feel me? So for a lot of us, there's negative connotations on the life we live. Come on now, we in here with the plug. Come on, act like y'all know what time it is. For some of us, there's negative connotations on the life we live, and you worried about that. To the point you ain't focused. To the point you ain't focused. Truth is, you studied long, you bound to study wrong. And the truth about that is, taking too long to make a decision or make a move is the issue. It's not necessarily, the fact that certain moves are wrong. The wrong in the move would be not learning as you go along. We've already, come on now, we in here with the plug, bro. This ain't for play. And though what's understood ain't got to be said, I can meet you halfway. I ain't one of them people who be like, man, don't make me repeat myself. Nah. I want to clue you in. For somebody else out here do you in. Those that benefit from your presence ain't going to tell you this. They're going to always praise you. That's why you got to stay on the move daily to improve. You got to be constantly improved. Or they're going to have you for dinner soon as you play food. And the way you play food is, you start thinking shit sweet. She told me she loved me. Homie said he rock with me. Man, you better keep getting it. Because right now they rock with the you that they been seeing. They rock with the you they been seeing. And quite frankly, I hope the you they been seeing is the one that you planned on being. I promise you. I ain't become nothing or became nothing I ain't planned on being. This has all been a calculated risk from the AM to the PM. Do not get it twisted when you see him. Like, no. This all on purpose. All on purpose. And when I switch it up, that's going to be on purpose too. But I'm still going to be in tune with my purpose. Again, it's not that complicated. We were sent here to raise the vibration within ourselves. And through us raising our vibration within ourselves, we raise the vibration in everybody else. So take off running. And they will too. And for most of us, you know how that go. We're going to take our running till we figure out why you running. And hey, oh, but what? Let us find out you done led the way for us to go. Come on, we at the plug. Quit playing with me. Show me love. Like, what? Who giving that? Who giving that? They coming through trying to give you the little bitty pack. The little bitty pack. I already done took you, man. I done took you to the plug and broke down how you are already the big guy. And supposed to be for my good reading folk, you supposed to be the representation. Represent. Show who you with. For a lot of us, we can't tell the difference. Said I heard him say, it's mighty funny. You can tell when a prostitute coming this way, but you can't tell when a Christian coming. And that ain't no shot. Because I can name a few more. You can tell when a black man coming, but you can't tell when a conscious man coming. Because now it done became so cool and cliche. To the point you can tell those that really walk in the way and those that just know what to say. For the most of us, you can see it 24 hours. You can see it 24 hours. For me, you darn near get a representation of me 24 hours. And I'm working on making that all the time. You feel me? All the time. Because it's necessary. The examples I've seen are the examples that became a part of me. Now, you know what the setup is. I just gave you the setup. The examples you see become part of you. Now, here's how we going to reverse the curse. In order to reverse it, we got to position ourselves, right? We are the light switch. Feel me? We got to position ourselves to become like a light switch. At this point, we in a transition. When we become like a light switch, you either on or you off. You either on the block or you off the block. Quite frankly, a lot of us, we off the block. We off the block. You're not even in position to make nothing happen. Talking about other people making the spot hot. What? They won't even notice this. When I done seen spots with so many people out here at once getting it. And they ain't notice it. You mean to tell me one person doing all this, they on that? Nah. That ain't enough. That ain't enough activity. And even then, you know what you're doing, right? You know what kind of position you in. To the point, this ain't the time to play or pretend. And what I mean by that is, come on, man, this how we reverse the curse. I used to get toe up. Toe up. For all my folk that grew up in the time I grew up, you know what toe up mean. I used to get toe up by my mama. Every time I turn around. I used to get toe up by my stepdaddy. Every time I turn around. Meaning I ain't get away with nothing. But I took all of this shaping and molding and really applied that shit. Rather than being like, you know what? When I get away from them, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to hide. And like, I tried it. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Uh-oh, we back. Don't get it twisted. But over time, I learned to see the difference and the importance in applying myself for myself. You feel me? Applying myself for myself. So now we in the light switch. We on. We on now. We on, remember? We already done went to the plug. We done left the plug now. We got what we need because you showed up prepared. You feel me? And fully aware of the circumstance. We is in the whip on the way to the spot at this point. Oh, yeah. We smooth out here. We smooth out here. We ain't even playing no music. We talking. We chopping it. You feel me? We on beam. You hear me? We on beam. But like I said, I took them whoopings. And instead of, internalizing that stuff, letting it make me harden, hate my parents, I learned those lessons. And I bettered myself. Even took the licks to the point I know no matter what the situation is, if I make my mind up to do it, what? I know the consequences, of course. I ain't stupid. But the consequences ain't enough to make me not bring forth what I was meant to do. Nah, never will be. And it can't be. If you really about that life. If you really about that life. We ain't got time for no second guessing. That second guessing to get you, put in that grind. Put in that grind. And you know that. You know that well before now. Only thing to fear is fear itself. In that situation. When that fear will make you freeze up. Fear of being hurt ain't a good reason. You're going to be hurting one way or another. You're going to either be hurting broke, or you're going to be hurting woke. But even with that, take that hurt and let it make you better. I'd be lying to sit there and tell you, hey, I ain't never been hurt before. I'd be lying to tell you I ain't gonna never be hurt no more. But it's the way that you deal with those so-called situations. I also be lying to tell you, shoot, in my growth, it'll probably, you know what I'm saying? I won't get to a point to where this so-called hurt, because I've been thinking about that lately. This so-called hurt, you feel me? Like, have I been so programmed to not do what's best for me to the point even this hurt I can't appreciate like I supposed to? Like, we even been talking about that, you feel me? Like, learning to appreciate the pain. In order so when the so-called perceived gain is done, you can celebrate. But to me, that's no different than recognizing when relief is taking place. When you so-called sneezing or healing is taking place. When you so-called sneezing, that's what I mean to say. Healing is taking place within the body. When you coughing, you sneezing. And on the other side of you no longer coughing and sneezing is the relief. But it's through the pain these things are released from you. And if not released from you, can make you deceased. And we'll never hear from you again. Truth be told, for a lot of us, we just ain't willing to do the work. Prep for your future self. If you make excuses, make sure you put things out so you don't got no reason to make no excuse. If you usually say, man, I ain't going to do that today because I don't feel like even getting the guitar out, or I don't feel like starting up my computer. Make it a thing to turn your computer on when you first get home. Make it a thing to the point you don't even have to worry about those type of things. Shortcut your workload. Shoot, put the guitar in the middle of the floor. If you always watching TV, you find yourself, like if you got a bad habit that you find yourself doing, put the thing that you say you want to do in that space. So you're always reminded. Even if you don't do it today, you'll have that thing to remind you, dang, I said I was going to do this. Do a thing for 20 minutes. Take 20 minutes off. Don't over exaggerate or over exasperate your energy, I mean. But don't over exaggerate your enthusiasm either. Shoot, for a lot of us, We got these big eyes and little stomachs of desire, for real. We get to going. Then next thing you know, we lose desire for it. Now you got this full plate of going. This point now you going to the plug on your own. We done went to your crib. Hey bro, you ain't been paying attention. We done set the whole spot up. It's lit. It's lit. But like I told you, you can have a trap or you can have a drive-through. Can't tell you nothing I wouldn't do. Can't tell you nothing I wouldn't do. So quite frankly, I would never set a trap for others, and I think it's actually a trap for me too. There is no in between. Ain't no in between. Unless you're talking about transitions. So where are you transitioning to? Where you transitioning to? Do you know? If not, this is a good time to figure it out though. It's a good time to figure it out. Give me 1 second. I gotta do something very important. I would like to again thank all my loyal and beautiful family for all your love and support. I appreciate you appreciating me and appreciating my investment in you. You know it don't just stop here with this view, but this is a part of what brings in those that are necessary. So again, I appreciate the gifts on TikTok. I appreciate the cash apps. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate those who take some of the videos and put it, snippets of it on their channel. People that catch me on TikTok and put that on their channel. I appreciate all the love. I really do. And most importantly, our ancestors appreciate it. A lot of times people wonder where certain things come from with me or why I can't let certain things go. And you can feel my passion on certain things. It comes from those people that we all can't let go. And that's why I try to let y'all know as much as possible. They are still here. They are still here with you. With you. And they are willing to speak through you too. If you would but make yourself a vessel. Be one with the fact that the answers will come to you. Know that it's in our active state that we find our sweet spot. We just seem to fall into the right place at the right time. And everything just seem to fall into the right place. You feel me? The understanding of this is the key to the door. Now you got the keys. Come on now. So that means you done been rinsing and repeating this thing for a minute. It's not complicated. You got this. You got this. This is only a confirmation. And take this as appreciation. This is the message you've been waiting for. But only if you believe. You can't let any doubt. Can't let no doubt seep in, because it'll make you leave your spot as though you aren't ready. And that child of greatness that you giving birth to will walk away with their head down. Will walk away with their head down like, dang, I thought this what you wanted. Think of life like a child. They just want to acquiesce to the desires and the dreams of their mother. And life just keeps saying, yes, yes, I think I know what you want. Here, ain't this what you said? But we already be changed to who we was by the time life ends. To the point we can't even see it as the blessing that we wanted it to be. Like, about time. I thought it was never gonna happen. Sometimes you gotta, instead of, I used to say, I'm gonna do the opposite of what people expect. Sometimes you gotta do the opposite of what you expect, too. Meaning, you gotta do something different every chance you get. Don't be so quick to act don't be so quick to act in irrational manners. Don't get that twisted. And what I mean by irrational manners, it meaning like somebody say something to you and you got a knee-jerk reaction. That ain't what I mean by taking the first step. I'm talking about taking the first step and you say you wanted to help people. You said one day when I get situated, I'm gonna do this for people. You either being the solution or you part of the problem. It ain't no in between. Or are you transitioning to one of these? Be the balance in people's life. You see people out here hurting, should be a peace in their life. Be a healer. You see people out here high-headed, be a cool head in the situation. You see people out here being undisciplined, you work on your discipline. And you make sure when you're around them, you be disciplined. Create you a weekly improvement list. And you go over that thing. First thing in the day, while you sitting down for lunch, and at nighttime, before you go to sleep. I got a few, books y'all might want to check out. Starting with How to Stop Being So Ambiguous. It's a book by myself. Make sure y'all contact me to get a hold of that, because I haven't posted it on any platforms yet, but I definitely can get it to you. Ways of the Superior Man by, hold on, I have to get you the exact title. The author's name. I'll put that in the description, definitely. And Change the Way You Think, Change Your Life by Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne Dyer. Just to name a few. I have a few meditation videos on the channel. Should definitely check out. I definitely offer consultation. So feel free to reach out and see, because I'm very empathic. I'm a very empathic person. I know some people, when they hear that, that's like, I'm channeling. Feel me? I know some people just be like, try it. Try it sometime. Vibrate to the highest. Vibrate to the highest. Again, I want to send special thanks to everybody that's been taking this time to invest in the movement as the movement invests in you. Once again, this is another segment of Blacks Rehab, brought to you by Goldmine Tree Tribe, as well as definitely brought to you by our family that sponsors and supports us. So we're a family business. Let's not get it twisted. So let's be about this family business of upliftment. That being said, I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. And I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfolk, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say why we just broke bread right now. Say. Ain't it a beautiful thing when kings and queens intervene and just change up the whole scene? Peace within, peace out. Make sure you have a lovely day.
What's amazing, when you get older and you start to realize that the black sheep is really not the black sheep is really the generational curse breaker.
So today I'm reminded of a time when we used to hit the field and my coach would say, lovely day. And so today, I remind you, today is a lovely day to go out here and make a way that you know will be great. Watch this shit. I'm finna go over there too and so you can see them. They some white chickens too. That shit funny as fuck. Like, they on the 5 though. We got motherfucking chickens on the 5. That's definitely a sign too though. It's time to go home. Hey, today's the day. I'm feeling like hot shit. I'm feeling like, hey, today might be the one day that changed everything in my life.
Kato, you way too dope, kid.
I remember how I was feeling. We was smiling like a motherfucker. In my one bedroom apartment. I remember how it all started. We was grinding like a motherfucker in my one bedroom apartment. Yeah, I remember how it all started. We was grinding in my one bedroom apartment. When we came up selling Wolfpacks, old heads used to tell us don't do that. But we tryna come up by any means. Or pop your top if you come in between. Leave him dead on the scene. Now he laying down on the ceiling. I try to block it out, but it's too late now. I wish I never seen